we we give it freely too, sometimes too freely.
Yeah.
I didn't mean that physically. I meant that energetically, Miss M.
Both. Yeah.
Maybe both. All right. So you're a writer, and apparently you show love through your writing. Have you always been a writer?
Well, I started out writing poetry, but this wasn't, in my eyes, the path that I was supposed to take. Like I was supposed to be a lawyer. I went to law school, and I thought that's what I was going to be. And life happens, things change. I just lost my passion for it. And I've always wrote down little stories but never finished them, and one day I started writing and didn't stop.
See, that's what I like about what you described is that even though we thought we figured out what we were supposed to do, it's okay to switch up. It's okay to stop that and start the next thing. Or maybe that was just a precursor to what we're supposed to do. So thank you for your bravery, and I'm sure you would have been an outstanding attorney, but Catherine will tell you it's not all everything is.
Yes. And I'm nervous speaking in front of people, so I know it just wasn't meant to be. But that was the thing too. I never finished anything. I start something and never finished it.
Well,
This
how
was
about-
the first thing that I finished, and I'm like, the proudness I feel of
Outstanding.
myself is amazing.
Outstanding. I agree. I have to go back to the journey again because as an author, I had written many books in my head and I finished one. And to hold that tangible book in your hand is such a feeling. How does that feel?
Oh, it's a feeling like it's better than sex.
I love
It's like a feeling I never felt before.
Yeah, it's real. It's
And
tangible.
then knowing that someone is going to read it, and you're going to inspire them, they're going to learn something, they're going to be they're going to feel something from what you wrote, and that it's amazing.
So let's talk a little bit more about your journey. I know that this wasn't your first book. The Fruit Fell Far is not your first book.
No.
You wrote a book previous to that, and you didn't have the best experience in the publishing part of the journey. So what happened and what did you do as a result of that?
Right. My first book, Crossed in Love, I self-published through one of the mainstream self-publishing companies, Create Space. And, they say you're going to have all this expanded distribution and, your books are going to be here, they're going to be there, which is unfortunately not true. And, you go the easy route. They supply you with your ISBN, but they don't tell you they have all the right. Their name is the publisher, but no, it's me. I paid for this to come out. So I just wanted all the rights. I didn't want to give 70, 40, 60% of my royalties away for someone just supplying my book on Amazon.
So most people would just get mad and just, huff away and maybe never write a book again. So how did you deal with it?
I created my own self-publishing
That's
company.
right, you did, girl. Yes.
Yes.
I love that.
I did, and it wasn't just for me. It was for other self-publishing authors that tried to go the traditional route like myself, and you're waiting on those emails, you're waiting on those calls, and no one ever responds, and if they do, it's a no. So going the self-publishing route is something that you're taking control of your story, of your work, and I made it affordable for other authors. They keep 100% of their royalties. They keep all their rights. So I made it a place where I would want to go, and publish.
Admirable, because not only did you have a problem, see it, but you solved it, and you solved it in a woman-loving way. Women know how to fix things, right?
Yes, we do.
And we actually want to fix things. Men just want to. Never mind, we won't go there. We won't go there. So, I know M. Love has a question. I have another question, but I want to interject. M, did you have a question for Chris?
Yes, I did. Let's see here. Hey, how you doing? So we received I don't know if we received a partial book or the whole book, but the book itself is very interesting,
yes,
to say the least. You talk about a subject that I know happens, but in this it's setting a church. It's set in a church setting, and all the things that go on under the tables behind closed doors.
Sex, lots of sex.
Thank you, Marilyn. I thank you for those words.
Yes.
Did you worry about putting that out? Like, what will people say? What do people in my church say? Should you be the one to join the ranks of people that tell that absolute truth? Because those things do happen.
They do, and that's the thing. It's the reality. And was I nervous? I would say yes. I have a lot of pastors in my family, and I didn't want people to kind of think, okay, this is going on, and no, it's not in these particular churches, but it does happen, and it doesn't matter who you're married to or who you're with or whatever. You can go through the same thing as an everyday woman. So, you're not saved.
I want you to hold the book up and
Yes.
and tell us the synopsis of it. It's right there on the back.
Yes. Well, The Fruit Fell Far. It's romance, of course. It tells a story of a woman. She's the first lady of a mega church. And, her husband is cheating on her with one of the members. And she catches him. And she goes through this thing to where she is not able to handle the betrayal. She's hurt. She's mad. She's distraught. And it's a mystery. I don't want to give too much away, but she handles it in her own way.
That sounds good.
Yes, it's a page turner. Yeah. Or I was flipping actually.
So this is something, guys. If your wife is a reader, and and so this is a book you can get.
Yes, and I do want to let everyone know, like, I write for women, but my books are men friendly as well. All
Except the parts where they get caught cheating.
Right. But I like to always tell the man's point of view as to, like, their mental process. I mean, you don't hear the pastors, but there's another leading man in the book that you get to see where his head is kind of at throughout. Briefly, we don't talk about men too much, but we don't let them speak too much, but briefly.
Well, thank you for putting that out there. Thank you for doing more than one book so far, but along this journey of being an author, a multiple published author, and now that you have your own publishing company and you're an entrepreneur and a business owner, what does your future look like? What are you going to do next?
My future is bright, and I'm excited about that because I haven't always thought it was going to be, So it's bright. I'm looking forward to more books. I am trying to publish a book a year, so we'll see how that goes. A lot of people are anxious for the spinoff of my first book, so I'm gonna put that out next year. Working on that now, but yeah, it's looking bright. I'm working on turning my first book into a script right now, so that's gonna be on TV pretty soon. So I'm excited about that. So it's a lot, and I'm adding things that I would like to accomplish and finish, every day. So
start and finish.
Yes.
Well, we appreciate, first of all, that you changed more than once and then ended up on the journey and the route that you're supposed to be on. You can see it oozes from you that you're happy.
I am. I'm
and sometimes it takes a while to figure that out.
It does.
So we are pleased and happy to have you here on Live Life in the Purple to share that. Thank you for your author's journey. I feel encouraged. I don't think I could put out a book a year. I am an author, and I did put out a book, and I am working on my second one, but one a year, that's a lot.
Yeah, and I thought that was kind of a lot, too, at first, because it took me 3 years to write my first book. It took me less than a year to write this one, but I learned every day I'm a write at least a chapter a day. And even if it's not a chapter, just, thoughts and, the process or where I'm trying to go with the next one.
Well, thank you, Chris King. The name of the book is The Fruit Fell Far. How do we reach you or find you if we want to use your services or just find out more about you?
Yes, always my website, chrisking.com. That's KRYSKING.com. I'm on Instagram, social media, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Lovesick, LUVVSYC. And the book is available everywhere, online and in stores, Amazon, iBook, Barnes & Nobles, Books. Just Google it.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you being a part of the journey for
Thank
all
you guys
of
for
those that
having
you've
me.
touched. Oh, we're glad to have you. You're beautiful. Thank you for sharing your love and your journey. And that is Author Speak for today on IBNXradio.com.
I hope you enjoyed exploring the creative process today on Author Speaks. Is there a book in you? Maybe you'll be our next guest author. Find me on Facebook at Groundwork Before Poundwork. Creativity is waiting to play with you. Are you ready?
Collect the conscious and good folk and let the universe free flow. She said, with wisdom and hindsight, fill your life with happy people. Aim high and cultivate vision. Rely on your intuition. It's your mind and only perception. If you see it, you can have anything. Resilience is only learned by the hard way. And I can hear my mother say, we can get up again, 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 again. Again, get up, again, get up, again, get up, again, get up. You'll trip on everyday life trials and slip on the truth behind some smiles. She said, with new evolution, fill your life with positive action. Analyze, but not so much that you freeze. Examine life, but be careful what you read. Your world is your design. If you think it, you can have everything. Resilience is only learned by the hard way. And I can hear my mother say, we can get up again, 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 again. We can get up again.
for tuning in to the IBNXradio.com network. Stay tuned for more positive programming with M Love and Team Purple on Live Life in the Purple. Positivity. It's a movement, baby.
We appreciate having your attention.
Need to catch up on past episodes? No problem.
We appreciate having your attention for this time. We don't take it lightly. We thank you so much. We've been fed, we've learned, we've laughed, and then a little tear on Catherine's part today. So we took you in full circles today. If it's your first time joining the Purple, thank you. Thank you for choosing IBNX. Thank you for choosing Live Life in the Purple. Come back again. And if you missed it, thank you for thinking and trying to catch us. But you can catch us on replays. iHeartRadio, the show will be up pretty soon. Live Life in the Purple, just Google that. Thank you so much for coming in, Catherine, and telling that beautiful story. And it won't be the last time. You're going to help people. You're going to save lives. You've already filled in some information for me about myself. And that wouldn't have happened if you didn't have courage to reach out. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marilyn, for doing what you do and pulling that information out of me for this show. Thank you, Kelly Webb of Diamond Enterprises, for connecting us with Chris King, a beautiful author. The fruit fell far. Only one, thank you wherever you are. And behind the glass, Missing Link, Sister Pound, to you for doing what you do. We love each and every one of you. We do this each week. Why?
Positivity. It's a movement, baby.
Yeah. Only one. Tidbit. Yeah. Did you enjoy the show? We appreciate y'all tuning in again. Yeah. And again. Yeah. And again. Yeah. Let's go. I hope them love touched your soul and gave you more. We live every Tuesday from 2 to 4. Led by a strong black woman, Team Purple. A long time coming. Patience is a virtue, the best show, the best guests, the best topics. IBNX Radio, the best rocket. Rock solid, a lot of knowledge, pay homage. Live life in the purple, taking off like a rocket.